this, what I think is really incredibly relevant moment in terms of both the Obama presidency and in terms of the fight to prevent a grand bargain from cutting Social Security. Ed Markey, who is the Democratic nominee for Senate in Massachusetts, primary ended, I guess, was last week, a week ago, actually, has sent out an email to supporters. And we have talked about this in the past for quite some time. At what point do Democrats start running against President Obama for his planned cuts to Social Security? Well, that point is today. Ed Markey, coming from a state where President Obama won a huge victory over Mitt Romney. I don't know by how many points. Was it 20 points? I'm sure there's a state or two where Obama did better against Mitt Romney. Off the top of my head, I can't think of it. But that's what makes this so interesting. Ed Markey, in the subject line of his email, tell Obama, don't cut Social Security. He writes in his email, the president released a budget which would cut Social Security benefits for retired Americans by adopting something called a chain CPI. It's a complicated sounding name that boils down to this. Social Security benefits for seniors would be cut. You could think of CPI as meaning cutting people's income. It's a wrong-headed move. Too many seniors, almost two-thirds in fact, rely on Social Security for at least half their income. Budgeting requires compromise, but we cannot compromise by cutting Social Security. He goes on to say we don't need to roll over to the right wing when it comes to budget choices. We are now seeing a candidate for the Senate, and this again will be a special election because John Kerry is headed to the cabinet. But we have seen a candidate for the Senate in a state which went overwhelmingly for Obama, running against Obama in this election. Now, he had to do this, of course, because he had to get out in front of the Republican nominee, picking up that banner and running to protect Social Security. But this illustrates the position that Obama put Democrats running in Senate and House races across the country. And this is a great sign to see, A, that we have senators who are going to run against cutting Social Security. And B, it's also going to put a check on the White House. And in my estimation, it also creates an important distinction. A distinction between President Obama being a Democrat and President Obama being a liberal. So kudos to Ed Markey. Were I still a Massachusetts resident, he would get my vote. I mean, he would have gotten it anyways against the Republican, but he's good. Now I would have a little lift in my step as I entered into the voting booth.